Hello there, Vormithrax here, back to my Crusader Kings game. Been a little while since I was able to get a chance to play it, so bear with me. Gonna take a little bit of time for me to get back into the swing of things. We got some big problems we're gonna have to deal with, so we'll see what's gonna happen. I'm starting to get a little worried from the dwarves. We've got some big problems that I have not been able to deal with that I think are gonna end up, causing some big problems. So, to kind of recap, this is Warhammer Geheimnisnacht mod. It's a total conversion for Crusader Kings 2, and this is the Warhammer Fantasy game world, and we are playing the Kingdom of Ekrond, started in this little mountain range here. We are the dwarves, and we've got some issues with our local area. We started just in the southern half here. We immediately took out the orcs that had invaded our traditional homeland and secured the rest of this little mountain area. Then we've been kind of slowly expanding our reach since then. My long-term goal was to get rid of these orcs that are hanging out in the wastes and marshlands in this area, and unfortunately this Black Fang orc tribe has consolidated and can be really, really powerful. So I've managed to surround them. They're completely boxed in, but I need them to fragment. I need them to fracture, go into some internal wars, and break apart into some additional tribes so I can start picking them apart again. Just that one tribe by itself is too tough for me to try to fight, even with the misleading size of the dwarves. Most of this purple that I represent is not yet well developed. All of this is wasteland and marshes that has very little economic value. Most of this is as well. So really, that section of mountains, some of the coastline, and eventually this, which was recently reconquered by me, will be really, really valuable and powerful. But now it's not. So even though I seem to hold a lot of the map, it's not really doing me much. So I mainly took certain parts of it to try to prevent growth from other areas. And I'm going to pay for some of that expansion here in the near future, because I've got three main problems. I've got the Khemri down south. These are the undead mummy lords, led by King Settra the Imperishable. And there he is. He is 2,145 years old. He's a boss. And if he ever decides to come north, I've got issues. I've got my Chancellor pretty much perma-camped down there in his capital, just sending him bribes and taking him to lunch and keeping him happy with me. So my hope is he will continue to consolidate down south and leave me the hell alone. We border entirely. Everything else is impassable. So if he ever wants to go around me, he's either going to go through or he's going to have to take to the water and go across there. That's pretty much it to the south, although that's enough. So far he hasn't come north. And then I've got my internal problem with the orcs. And then I've got these goblins. These Scabagid goblins have just exploded in growth recently. They're taking lands away from the Empire of Man up north. They've taken a whole bunch of the mountain ranges from the other dwarf, orc, and goblin tribes. And they're working their way down into the plains area as well. They're all up in here, and they even border me right here. So they've gotten scary big, and goblins can number in the hundreds of thousands when they go to war. Individually they're not that tough, but en masse they can be a big problem. And if I ever find myself fighting both of these at the same time, it's going to be a very, very bad thing. This is another dwarven kingdom, Karak Angkor. That's the High King, who I am not choosing to follow currently because I want to be High King, but looks like he's having some issues right now too. So acquisition wise, my hope was to keep acquiring territory through here, but the Scabagids have gotten in my way, and so until they break up or somebody can deal with them, that's a problem. And you'll notice there's really not much in the way of other nations that might be able to handle them. I'm really hoping the Imperial Reichland or one of these guys gets bothered enough to come deal with these things, because that's bad. The only other allies I've got near are these dwarves, this red country here. And I don't know if they're going to be holding out long against what they've got going on as well. So that's kind of where we're at. We're kind of in a point where I'm just going to be passing some time trying to do a whole bunch of development and crash growing. Try to keep everything nice and calm and peaceful, and just fend off these orcs and hope the Scabagids don't decide to come after me. I'm anticipating the Black Fang orcs finally losing their leader and breaking apart into multiple tribes, and then I can start picking them apart again. It's a real pain in the butt to try to take this territory and convert it because of the way it works and the amount of money and time I have to spend trying to do it. But I'm just going to have constant problems and fights until I can eventually absorb these guys, so I'm just going to have to buckle down and get it done. And that's kind of where we're at, so let's get rolling. We're just going to let some time pass and see what kind of events happen. I'm really dreading the death of King Kurgan here, and he's got a massive accumulation of honor and our prestige. When he dies, we're going to lose big chunks of some of that. What's going on down here? Who are you? Not sure what that represents. Nagazarian army, but they're not fighting me. They running from somebody? Who are those? I'm not even sure who those guys are. Alright. Game world does run a bit sluggish. Definitely not the system. It's the game world. And the amount that it's trying to simulate with the huge array of different cultures and rule sets and so on. It gets a bit sluggish. So hopefully it cleans up a bit as we keep playing. I'm going to stay pretty much focused in my own little area here. What are we running at? Average speed? Yeah, we'll keep it at that for a little while. We're gaining almost 30 a month. Alright, that's my Chancellor. Opinion is still going good. I think we're at max. No, sorry. Not going to lunch with you. Whoa, it is not max. 29? What the hell? Get to work, Chancellor. That number needs to be 100 all the time. I'm not sure what happened there. Last time I remember looking, it was fine. Uh-oh, what do we got going on? And how do you have boats? How does the Black Fang Gang have boats? Where do you own a territory that gives you access to boats? You're completely surrounded. You're landlocked. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what would be allowing him to have boats. Alright, what are you guys doing over here? Boss, Dorkgut. I don't want to talk to you, I want to talk to the war boss. Orgregek. What do you got going on? Attacking Greenskin invasion of Porsuk. No, that's not nearly as exciting. So he's going after the only other target he has. Alright, well. As you can see, the amount of troops he can draw up instantly. That's not even counting when he gets a WOG going on. He can get some crazy amount of orcs going then. I'm just going to let them fight it out. It's inevitable that they were going to fight, so I'll let him absorb that, and then hopefully he fragments. That's my main hope, is that he fragments. Rebels. I like to see rebel indications. Lots more of that, please. I'm just going to quietly let the orcs fight it out among themselves. Yep, getting bigger and bigger. That's what, 28,000, 34,000 so far that we've seen. And I can raise about 15,000. So he's got more than twice my troops. Now, individually, the orcs are stronger, or the dwarves are stronger than the orcs. But if I'm trying to fight in their terrain, that's why an offensive fight against the guy this big is just not something I can handle. I have to wait till he attacks me, which doesn't gain me anything. So I don't have the strength to fight him, and all of my allies have gone away through the marriages and such being dissolved through deaths and all that. So, and nobody's strong enough to really help out anyway. So I'm kind of stuck with this situation until this guy fragments. Now if he attacks me, I've got a mechanism I can use to defend. The dwarves can summon the throng. I can burn honor in order to summon up dwarven warriors from the depths of the hold, and I get 1,600 warriors per 80, so currently I can do, what, like 9 No, I can do about 11. So that would be a pretty good size army. I can basically double the size of my army temporarily. Alright, let's let time keep passing. I'm just basically accumulating some cash. When I get over 1,000, I'll start spending it on some upgrades. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that fight's not going to take long. 23,000. Hey, look at that attrition. Jeez, monthly attrition. Alright, another plus 20 from Khemri. Good. Oh, you're complaining about taxes again? 173 gold to bribe him, huh? Let's just flatter and soothe with my high diplomacy skill. I really hope you places are getting some stuff upgraded and done here. A bit. I got the taxes set low to try to allow them to have as much money in their pocket to get some infrastructure done without me having to direct dump it in. Actually, it's been a while. Let's double check everything. I haven't played in a couple of weeks and can't remember what I have everybody doing. Yeah, he's in Khemri doing his diplomatic relations. You're training troops. Let's switch you to research Miltech. Taxes, taxes. Oh. Do I send you spying somewhere instead? Yeah, let's do it. Let's send you spying down south. Alright, autosave. Get out of my way. Hopefully they don't get caught and lower my rep. And proselytizing in Delum. Which one was Delum? I forget. One of these. Delum, right there. You are... Yep, still proselytizing. Alright, so they're all set. I got my law, I got my primogeniture set, so I don't need to change anything there. I got high crown and centralization. And I don't want to tax my nobles. I want them to have cash so that they can upgrade their own damn things. I got the city taxation on high. And I'm not allowed to go to large. Alright, that's all fine. Can never get rid of that guy. Alright, let's switch back to here. Total strength, please. How are we doing? Agnes? Yeah, I know. Can't do much about you. Alright. Here we go. Here comes the Wog. God damn it. Alright. Close out of there now. So, that's what I was expecting. Here comes a Wog. They did successfully take the last, so I'm the only target they have now. During a Wog. Expires 2 years. Alright. Well, I'm not summoning Throngs until he actually tries to fire that thing off. There's going to be a crazy amount of orcs coming when he does. Now with all the other territory I hold, that's the part that sucks. I can't just hold in my mountains here. He'll stomp around and take stuff, so I have to actually meet him in combat somewhere. Switch back to this mode. So, come on Black Fang, come get some. This is what I was expecting. We're going to have to burn a lot of honor to probably force this to a close. I have had one or two where he's declared the Wog and never actually pursued it, so we'll see if I get lucky enough for that to happen again. I'm gonna, unfortunately, save my money. We're just gonna let time pass until he declares the Wog and comes after me. If he does, I want to save as much money as I can for possibly hiring some mercenaries if necessary. So no upgrades for me till we see what happens with this Wog. I see a lot of troops. What do you got going on? Not sure what's going on there. Seems a little odd. Nope, sorry. Not going any more of your lunches. Alright, here we go. Form a declaration of war. Oh boy. I can see, what is that? 14,000, 19,000. About 20,000 so far, but it's going to get a lot worse. Yup, here it goes. Now he starts raising all of those extra levies. Alright, this is gonna suck. He's gonna separate a bunch of my guys. Arrgh. How to do this? This number is just going to keep ballooning. It's just going to be more and more and more. Get the personal levies out. All of you guys pull back to the capital for now. Let's do it the other way. Let's just say raise everybody and you guys just disband please, and you guys disband. You guys go hang out there for a bit. Maybe we can get you involved. Alright. Everybody to the capital. And we are definitely going to summon the Throngs. There's no way we're going to get out of this without doing it. Summon the Throngs. So right here, it's going to be 1,600 per time I press this for a cost of 80 honor. Youch. Let's try it with that amount. We'll see what happens here. Alright, let's let everybody start accumulating. I think I'll get all the troops in one place before he starts stomping around with mega stacks. That's about 24,000 down here, and I saw another huge group up there. This is what's going to suck. He's just going to instantly take just about anything he steps into. And we're already at minus 15%. Alright, I need to engage one of these big stacks as soon as I can. Alright, here we go. Group up, and... Damn, I don't have any commanders. Who we got? Bellman, Gwaine. Tig, you get the other one. Not the best. That's another point that I'm weak at. Let's march over here. Yay. Alright, orcs, I need some big fights. You're gonna pick me apart taking territory. I don't have a way of stopping you other than engaging his big stacks. Another bonus for Khemri. Cool. Alright, here we go. I'm also going to have to worry about attrition because this terrain sucks. I'm going to have to split this army, I bet, really quick. And where did his armies disappear to? Great, they're all wandering off up north. He's up to, what is that, 40,000? 45,000 up there now? Oh, what's the attrition? It's going to be horrible. Yep, it's horrible. I cannot afford that kind of attrition. Not even remotely. Split. I'll probably still get massive attrition even with this. Ugh. Alright, start taking back some territories, please. He's going to force this to a close real quick. Ah! Here it comes. Damn it. Look at that. 35. That's 50,000 against my 20. We're going to get smashed. We're not going to get out of here in time. We'll arrive on the 17th. If I try to leave... Alright, well, let's just burn it all. This is pretty much the big fight. I knew this was coming. Intrigue, intrigue. More throngs, please, till I run out. There, I'm out. So, that's what I've got. Another 8,000 troops. Maybe you can get over here before this fight finishes. That's where I would actually prefer the fight to be. Let's see if we can do this. If there's any way possible we can get out of here. We'll arrive on Sitharis on 20. No, we're not going to make it. We're going to miss it by 3 days. Alright, we're going to fight here, unfortunately. And I've got no allies I can call in. Let's see about mercenaries. I don't think they're going to be anywhere near enough to help, though, even with all of these. I'm not so outnumbered, but I don't think the amount of money I have is going to be able to levy enough mercenaries to really make a difference here. Maybe another 4,000 or 5,000. But heavy infantry, heavy infantry. Not going to allow me to hire that first group. Alright, here we go. This is going to be bad. We'll arrive on the 17th. You guys just sit still. Oh, whoa. Yeah, he's still coming. 17th. Alright, so at least I'll have my 20,000 there. Then I'm hopeful that 11,000 will get there before they rout me. Here goes. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Thanks for pointing that out. Alright, center, Belm. Alright, now let's see what happens. And he's still coming, 17th and then the 30th, and they're going to get there, oh, they're going to get there on the 14th. Alright, so, not good. Yeah, somebody just died. 50,000 to 18,000, and I haven't made it out of the first territory yet. Yep. Alright. That's about what I expected. Where are you guys going to make me retreat to? Bad terrain, bad everything. As soon as they were able to group up, I knew I was pretty much toast. That wasn't very far retreat. Alright, let's group up again. We're going to lose this war. Yeah, we're going to lose it really quickly. And you guys just go away. I just don't know how to deal with this large of a orc group once it forms. Them being able to do a WOG and summing up ridiculous numbers of troops. I mean, he's up to 60,000 troops. That's quadruple what I can normally have on my own side. So, basically I failed in my original task, which was to try to keep the orc groups small and fighting each other. I had to spend too much time early game focused on taking these territories to plug the Khemri into the south, and the consequence of not being able to pick apart the orcs and keep them small and fighting each other is what I'm facing now. And the Scabagids are even bigger than ever, so that's even worse. Ouch. Please, Empire of Man, somebody come over and smack these goblins around. We don't want the greenskins taken over. Alright, well, let's settle back and wait for our inevitable defeat here. Not going to have enough money to really hire much. He's going to be able to force the war score just by taking territories I can't afford to head out and fight against. He's up to 90,000 now? 50, 85, 95. He's almost 100,000 troops now. Just ridiculous. I don't understand the mechanics of the orcs yet. My next playthrough maybe is the orcs. That's just an unholy number of troops compared to the size of the territory. Man, I just do not know how to deal with that. Nothing I could have done would have been prepared for 100,000 troops. Even my Summon the Throngs doesn't come anywhere remotely close to being able to generate that many troops. And because I'm so spread out now, just one fight, and then he can take some territories I don't care about, and then have no real defenses built up easily, and the fight's over. So, alright, just go ahead and finish this thing off. I should probably just get rid of the mercenaries. They're going to cost me money that they have no real chance of being useful. The only way I have of actually trying to defend is if it's in my original fastnesses with all of my defenses and walls and such. None of these other territories are built up with any kind of real defenses, so it's going to be a walkthrough for them. And I can't, as you saw, I can't venture out. He's still got he's up to 112,000 between those two armies now. And it doesn't even show attrition. He's got 50,000 units in these places, and it doesn't even show any attrition. Yeesh. I do not understand that mechanic. Alright, 100%. Finish me off. Okay. And we just lost another big chunk. And I lost access to my Ekron territory, so... This one may be a short one. I think this is going to be a failed attempt. Black Fang is just ridiculously powerful. Yeah, I wasn't able to break them apart, or enough time hadn't gone by before they got another Wog up to break them apart, and it takes so much energy and so much time and cash to actually convert these territories to get rid of the greenskins. It just drains your economy something fierce, and I haven't been in these territories anywhere near long enough to build up troops and defenses and an economic infrastructure, so it's not really doing me anything. So I think I bit off more than I could chew, by quite a bit. I've been successful at keeping the Khemri hemmed in, or at least not turning their attention north, but I failed against the orcs here, allowing them to consolidate from the 15 or so tribes that starts down to this one tribe is just yuck. So unless they break apart again here real soon, I've got no chance of trying to take them on. I can't even win a defensive fight. Hello, you. Oh, raiders. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I can't get troops of that kind over there. Alright. Disband. Okay. Well, that was about as exciting as I thought it would be if those guys declared on me. Only good news is they can only do that once every so often, so... Defensive back, defensive back. So we've got a truce for 1 year? That's not cool. Now I've got a greenskin horde declaring on me. Alright, this is going to go down pretty fast. Where are you at? Up there? I can eventually deal with that. I don't think my nobles up there are strong enough to deal with it on their own. I just call up my troops, and I'm over my domain size now because I inherited some stuff when one of my nobles died. I'll look at that in just a second. Everybody form up there. Alright, what did we hold? What did we end up with? Alright, Haraz, and it's going to be the other one over in this area, isn't it? Yeah, right there. Alright, what duchy are you? They're all the same duchy, so who else have I got over here? Lord Dadrin. Oh, and Lord Hagrin. Let's give it to Dadrin. Rag Haraz and Khazad Migdal. Alright, gets me back down to my domain of 6. Oops. Nope, you guys can go away. Alright, just hold on there, defenders. Go away, raiders. Oh, unpause. I don't know about that 1-year truce. That's, that doesn't seem right. I did also fail in that I allowed my alliances to lapse. Well, there wasn't a bunch I could do about them. They were through deaths, and I didn't have anybody that I could marry off to try to reform the alliance. Looked like Karak Angkor managed to fight off and get back into its territory. That's Kadrin Angkor. That's a different one. So yeah, I got no Dwarvish allies nearby, unfortunately. Oh, full moon again. We gonna kill anybody this time? Didn't kill anybody. Good old lycanthropy. Alright, yeah, we'll make it there before the walls go down. He's gonna run away. Great. I'm not even gonna get to kill him. Lovely. Oh really? You get to move out and back over here, do you? That's it. Just hold them in place for a second. Alright, Goblin Uprising taken care of. You guys can go home. I do have everything converted, don't I? I do. It's all ancestral. All the time and effort and money I spent getting this stuff cleansed of the greenskins, and now it's going back again. Ugh. I don't know if I have it in me to try this again. To try to cleanse all this again. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. If this guy doesn't fragment, I'm done, because yeah, I'm just done. Everything I've gained is just going to get taken away again pretty easily by him. Man. Even calling in allies, he wouldn't have been able to do anything against that group. That wouldn't have changed the equation at all. If anything, it would have hastened the end, because his armies would have gotten smashed. And the war score would have gone up even faster. Angkor, he's got decent armies, but again, he wouldn't be able to summon throngs for himself, and his normal garrison or troop strength wouldn't have been nearly enough either. I mean, we were outnumbered even with the throngs, 4 or 5 to 1, fighting in the orc terrain. No more dinners for you. Yes. So yeah, next fight he'll take these, and then as soon as that happens, Khemri is going to pour north. Be kind of funny to see the Lord Settra go after the orcs. That might be amusing, but it uncorks the bottle for the undead mummy lords. Yeah, so it would eventually be a bad thing. Yeah, I think the next fight's going to be for this right here. So unless he breaks apart before he gets to declare again, we are done. Alright, let's do... Don't have enough for that last point of heavy infantry. I'm going to let that finish up. Let's do trade practices. Let's do castle infrastructure. Get that finished, and don't really need that. We'll wait for that one. No, not pressing the claim. Ouch. Alright, fine, you and... Alright, that's a lot of successes. We should be... Whoops. Alright, we're not liking one of the icons again. Sorry about the graphics problem. It's part of the graphics issue with certain troop types in the mod, so he's got something spawned in that space. Peasants have revolted in Cursed Pit. Isn't that nice? So Centra, yep, we're back up to 100 opinion. And instant defeat. Hey there, Eric Peterson. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Where's Cursed Pit again? Is that over here? I'm gonna lose my Cursed Pit. Yeah, crap. They're gonna win that long before I can get any troops over there. Here's rebels. I like to see those rebels. Yeah, we got some military or some tech bonuses from the Khemri. Good job. Won't do us enough good, but good job. This is my learning game, by the way. This is my returning to CK2 game. I'd never played it a lot in the past, and so I'm rediscovering the game with the Warhammer Geheimnisnacht mod. I just couldn't get into the game with the normal world setting, but give it a Warhammer paint job, and I'm all over it. So lots and lots and lots of stuff in this game world I'd like to try and explore and so on. An old school Warhammer Fantasy role player, wargamer, and so on, so I recognize and know a lot of the game world settings, and so there's lots of things I'd like to try out. But the dwarves here in this little tiny kingdom were my first pick because it was pretty isolated for some of the game's big world events, and gave me some focused goals: recapture the north part of the kingdom, and then see if I could figure out a way of dealing with the orcs. And I had learned from a previous game a year or so ago to beware the Khemri in the south. So there's still a lot of the mechanics that I'm unfamiliar with at the higher end of the game that I'm trying to learn and refigure out. So suggestions and tips are always welcome as I get back into things. Depending on how this goes, this might be the end, because if he just continues to stomp through me, I'll just finish this one up, because there's absolutely no way I can fight him. If he refuses to break up into warring tribes, then it's over. I failed in the number 2 goal. Number 1 was to secure the other northern part of the kingdom, and number 2 was to try to keep these guys fighting each other, keep them small, not let one get precedence and take over the whole territory. And now I'm reaping the rewards of that failure. So I may give the dwarves one more try. Next time, somewhat ignore the Khemri. Uh-oh. Dang it. Caught my spy. Alright, sorry, King. And then we immediately got a opinion bonus. That's funny. So yeah, so I may try again as the dwarves. This time go vertical and just kind of take the northern part of the kingdom to reunite that. And then once we've got that kingdom, just go vertical and try to build up strength. And then focus on the orcs. Just constantly harass the larger orc tribes to weaken them so that they stay in constant fighting. And then try to pick these guys apart. Man, if the Khemri decide to come north, the Khemri come north. Just leave it. Sure, let's go this time. What the heck? We haven't gone in a long time. Come on, finish that up. So we'll see what happens there. Oh yeah, new council position. New spy master. We've got... Yeah, closest I've got is that one. And go ahead and... Yeah. Taking longer than I expected for him to siege down all that stuff. We should have raised an army and sent it over. We'll try. What the heck. Everybody head over here. Another advance. Oh, we got the last heavy infantry upgrade. Alright, I'm waiting for my grandson to poison me and kill me. Lord Kurgan versus King Kurgan. Little bastard's named after me and he's been a problem for quite a while. Nah, we're not gonna make it. He's working his way through the territories. Yep, he already finished it. Alright. Well, he didn't poison me that trip. Enemy's 54, huh? Oh, another full moon. Uh-oh. Now we're ill again. Don't be ill, you're super old. We managed to get a little bit of honor built back up again. Not that it's going to help us against the Black Fangs the next time they come after us. Oh, come on. Back to back. And we killed somebody that time. Alright, we got some cash starting to build up. I'm a little unsure just how I'm going to use it, though. I just don't have an answer for this. Cash isn't going to solve it. There's nobody I can ally with that's going to solve it. God, these guys are just getting bigger and bigger. Ugh. I don't have a border with their main forces, but that's theirs is right there as well, which I do border, so... yeah. Those guys come after me for these mountain holds. The orcs, the goblins, the greenskins in general all want these mountain holds. So, great. Come here. See what happens there. Oh, we're still alive. How old are you now, King Kurgan? 366. That's getting up there for a dwarf. No. No more of your lunches, damn it. Yeah, I've been pretty worried about that event, Shane Halcyon. I don't know what the other alternative options for it are. I was worried just in general that that could be an outcome of it, so... And his opinion's been pretty high for pretty much forever, so I've never needed really. And I've already gotten the other bonuses out of it. Really? What? What gibbering voices? I was possessed? I forgot I was possessed. Alright. I'm happy to be unpossessed. Huh, guess I should have sent them over a long time ago. Alright. This is a crazy territory. This is one of the Skaven link points for their underground empire. This is the underground empire for the Skaven. So that territory of mine links to this. Nafak. And it's got 6 freaking holds. So, I want to keep it. If I can. Ooh, actually it's not. Oh, it's Horned Rat still. I need to get my priest over here. I need to get this converted. Alright, priest, are you still working over here? Have you not converted that yet? Still have not converted them. That's Ursunite, so you keep working there. You're up next. Let's go ahead and get rid of you again. Ugh. What do we got here? Message about ransom prisoner has been received from Cetra. Oh, that's right. He wants me to buy back my Chancellor. Oh, it was my queen. I forgot about that. $10? Sure. I'd like my queen back for $10, thanks. Sorry, Zargona. Queen's going back in the job. Alright, that was nice of the King Cetra to remind me. We still buds? We still buddies? Yep, we're still buddies. I'll probably... maybe I'll send her back down. I don't think the tech's really going to help me all that much at this point. Alright, more of this. I want to see more of this. Occupied by rebels. Lots more of... Ah, damn it. Well, it was a short-lived hope. Yeah, silly peasants. Just you guys are plenty. You guys go home. We make it now, 23. See, losing this territory doesn't I don't care economically. It was mostly just the continuing access. Losing this is what I'm scared of. So this annoys me, this scares me. So as soon as King Cetra's got access to the Black Fangs, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, you raised enough to deal with it yourself? Well, jeez. I'm not used to that. That works for me. Yeah, I've already got that trait, so that's why I've been pretty much just not worrying about it. Buried in here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, Falconer and Fertile. Game Master, right there. Oh. Shelter, sure, let him in. No, I don't want to be stressed. Alright, turn speed down a bit. Gave us a eunuch. Whoa, Midas touched. Shrewd. 23, huh? Just barely better. We'll keep the Thane Krem in place. Khemri hasn't done much. I'm hoping these two go after each other, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. I think the orcs, the greenskins, have taken over most of this peninsula, which kind of surprised me. Now, granted, I haven't played this mod through long enough to see what happens down here generally. But what do we got here? Let's switch to this mode. So yeah, Gork and Mork. So the orcs have just about fully taken over down south here. Our Mazdik tribes are just about wiped out. All Gork and Mork and Spider God, which is one of the goblins. Orcs and goblins. So, rip. Everything's consolidating down south. Nobody's really taking control of the eastern wastes. I think this is, yeah, Gurkids are orcs. The Gutbreakers are the ogre tribe. Bruiser Lord Grothdreg the bear. Pretty cool. Orcs, lots of orcs. Have they fully eliminated the Chaos Dwarves? I'm not seeing much in the way of Chaos Dwarves. Gork and Mork, Horned Rat, Hashut. Oh, nope, Hashut's still up, so they're Chaos Dwarves.